love this guy, not just because he's on hold hearing me say it, but I'll just say this. He has called in the show during the playoffs before. And I'm one of those hosts of a show where, of course, having big-name guests on is important. But I'm not one of those folks who's just like, okay, you agreed to come on. You lost last night. I'm going to make you call in. We gave this man the out. We called him up and said, very rarely do we send our bookers to say, hey, if he wants to tap out, he can. But nope, he is calling in, and he's also calling in a couple hours after we found out that the starter for his team is scratched tonight, the one and only Justin Turner of the Los Angeles Dodgers. How are you, Justin?
I'm doing good, Rich. How are you?
I appreciate you calling in. Did you get the message that, hey, if you wanted to tap out today, you could? Did you get that message, or you're just learning that I gave you the out to not call in today?
I didn't know I had an out, but I wouldn't have taken it anyway. I would have called in.
I appreciate that. You're a professional. You're a lead pipe swinging professional. Okay, let's get to the news right now about Clayton Kershaw. Is there anything that you could tell me about him or what you know of the fact that he's scratched with back spasms tonight, Justin?
Yeah, I think his back tightened up a little bit on him, and they're just going to give him an extra day or two to make sure he's full go and ready to go for his start. So I'm not too worried about it. I think he's going to be all right, and he'll just take that extra day, maybe two, and be good to go.
Okay, and then what is your role, if any, with Tony Gonsolin tonight getting the start on absolute short notice? How do you handle your business to help him handle his, Justin?
Well, I don't think it was as short a notice as everyone might have believed. I think he was on standby and knew there was some stuff going on. So, Tony's great. He's a former position player, so he's kind of used to the short notice and playing every day. And he's one of those guys that's just an interesting guy. I don't think anything really rattles him. He's a huge, I don't know what this has to do with anything, but a huge cat fan. So he's just one of those weird guys that I don't think this is gonna. I don't think this is gonna rattle his cage at all.
All right, now Justin. I'm sorry. I've got to pull at this strand right here. So the fact that he's a cat guy makes him perfect for tonight's start. Is that what you're saying?
I think so. He's got 9 lives. He's
okay. Okay.
He's so into the cat thing. He believes in Catter Day. He wears cat shirts on Saturdays.
Come on.
He goes to cat conventions.
What?
My handshake with him is a little cat handshake, like licking your paws, licking your. So he's an interesting cat, but you know what? He's an unbelievable competitor. He's got 4 quality pitches, and we have all the confidence in the world in him. He's eager to get out there and get on the mound and give us a chance to win. Okay,
so Justin, if you don't mind, I'm sorry, I'm going to keep doing this. He's ready to pounce and land on all 4 feet, is what you're saying.
There you go. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Thank you. Wow, I didn't.
That was nice.
I did not. Nice. Thank you, sir. You know what? You're not the only lead pipe wielding professional on this phone call right now. So
that's right. This isn't scripted, everyone. This is not scripted.
Well, I'll tell you this. I wasn't expecting he's a cat guy, so he's ready. He's suited for this role tonight. I wasn't truly expecting that. He's perfect for all of this. Okay, so. You've been through these playoff rodeos before. Fans think anytime somebody reaches base that the series is over for your team. Being down 1-0 with your guy out tonight in Kershaw, obviously you have all the confidence in the world of your pitcher tonight. But how do you handle your business with the Dodgers being so poised in this moment, Justin?
Yeah, we just go about it like every other day. Obviously. Winning game 1, is always important, and obviously that didn't happen for us. But by no means did we think that we were just going to, tap dance our way through this postseason and run the table. So we thought that, or we know that this Braves team is a good baseball team. We know it's going to be a dogfight every night, and we're going to gear it up for tonight and try to figure out a way to win a ball game tonight.
So, in terms of the circumstances, last we chatted, you were in Seattle, going to a game in Seattle, just learning about protocols and just getting used to everything. What about bubbling up? Do you like it better than the way you were going about your business before? How do you feel about it, Justin?
You know what? It hasn't been too bad, actually. I think Major League Baseball did a nice job putting this thing together. We have the whole hotel to ourselves. It's just us and obviously the Braves. And there's enough activities and rooms kind of set aside for guys to be able to not be locked in their room all day. So that's nice. And things are going good. I think the biggest difference is we're getting tested every single day now. So you wake up in the morning, the first thing you do is you go down and you do your COVID test, and you get the results within 24 hours. And so far, everything's been going really well.
And the test is the one up the nose? Is that one?
No, we're actually doing the spit test. So
okay.
We get a little vial and have to spit and fill it up to the line, and there's a cap that you twist on there with the little blue liquid, and once that releases into it, you turn it in, and you're good to go. So it's not invasive, which helps. That's nice.
Right.
Doing the nasal swab, which I haven't done yet. I don't know if you have, but I've heard it's a little invasive, and if we had to do that every day, that might be a little bit tougher.
Well, I've done both. I've done the spit one just this very morning, Justin, as a matter of fact. Woke up and did that myself. And then I've done the one up the nose, and it leaves your eyes tearing for a good hour. So if I'm a baseball player, clearly the spitting one is one I'm more accustomed to. So that's the one I would do if I was a ball player. So that's probably that one. I didn't think I'd get into COVID testing with you either, but it is an interesting time. Is your wife with you? Do you have members of your family with you in Texas to watch, or no?
Yeah, my wife's with me. In fact, I think majority of our team has their wife, kids with them. Here, so that's also nice as well. And then having them being able to come to the games is a plus. They haven't been to a game all year. So these games here in Texas were the first games they were able to actually attend in person. That's been nice. Obviously, it's always good to play in front of them. And then obviously this round,
fans.
They're letting fans in for the first time. So it was fun to get out in front of the fans last night for the first time.
So nobody's heckling. I mean, imagine the hecklers you'd be able to hear, like serious rabbit ears on that front with fewer fans in the stands, right, Justin? Anything like that?
I think it's only 12,000 fans, so it's not like completely packed out. So yeah, you can hear pretty much everything everyone's saying. There were some fans last night up in the top decks who were just screaming, and you can hear that. And obviously playing the Braves and their fans doing the chop and whatnot, you hear that pretty loud and clear as well.
Okay, I bet. I absolutely bet. All right, so the talk of the Dodgers being the best team in baseball, is that good? Is that helpful? How would you term it entering this?
It is what it is. It's conversation, I think, for the media and the fans. But the bottom line is you got to show up and you got to play, and you got to find ways to get on base and score runs. And that's the beauty of the game. It doesn't matter what it says on paper, who's supposed to win in baseball. You still got to show up and play. So that's why I love it.
Well, let me ask you this in the couple minutes I have left with you, Justin, is earlier in the week, when talking about you, I said you were very similar to Julian Edelman, the Julian Edelman of baseball, because you were somebody that was not heralded coming in and has made the absolute most of the opportunity. And then when the chips are down in the postseason, just raising the level of play. How would you rate my analogy, Justin?
I'll take it. He's got a few championships under his belt, which I do not. So I guess we don't compare in that. But hopefully we're looking to change that.
I bet. And one last one for you, Justin. Being a follically challenged man, I'm always asking you about your hair. Was it cool to have Dustin May as a teammate? Did you say that there's enough red hair and flowing red hair for Dodger Blue, or he was kind of infringing on your turf coming on to the team?
No. It's always good to have more redheads in professional sports. There's not enough of us. So the whole rumor going around is that redheads are a dying breed. So the more the merrier, in my opinion, and it helps that he has a absolute bazooka for a right arm. So it's always fun. It's always fun to watch him out on the mound and see him throwing 100-mile-an-hour sinkers and his long curly red hair flying all over the place while he's doing it.
Everywhere. Yeah, honestly, I kind of thought the first time, as you know, Dodgers have had Hollywood all-star teams. I honestly thought Carrot Top was your teammate first time I saw him on the mound. Justin?
Well, he's not quite as funny and doesn't quite have the personality as Carrot Top, but he's starting to open up and come into his own.
Okay.
He's real quiet and kind of to himself, but the more he's been going out and the more success he's having, the more time we've got to spend with him. He's starting to open up, and like I said, it's awesome having him available, whether he's starting games or coming out of the bullpen. It's just a huge weapon for us.
Justin, I greatly appreciate you joining the program, and let's get you back on in the next couple weeks too. Certainly to learn more about the feline habits of your teammates, at the very least.
All right, Rich. I appreciate you having me on.
Always
a good time.
Thanks you. Right back at you. That's Justin Turner of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.